The real question is, how much does a website actually make? What's the average return on investment per year? Hey, I'm Jaryd Krause from Buying Online Businesses, and buying websites is fun and insanely lucrative, which is why so many people want to buy websites. But the question is, how much money do these websites really make? And that's what I want to share with you in this video today. I want to share with you how much a website makes, like what the average return on investment is per year. And then I want to talk about why there's no limit to growth in your investment, and a little bit about having control over your investment versus other classes where you don't have control over your investment. And then I'm going to talk about how you can flip or you can hold, like very similar to real estate. Then we're going to talk about some of the results that I've achieved and then some of the results that some of my clients have achieved in the space as well. Now, for the best advice on how to go away and buy an online business that's past that 90% failure rate that all startups face and has a proven track record of making money month over month, go away and hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so you can get updated when I upload new videos every single week. Now, I've helped so many people buy website businesses and start to replace their income and actually have a better lifestyle for themselves so they can spend more time doing what they love and with who they love. Now, to get to this point, you need to know a few different things. You need to know how to do due diligence and all these sorts of things, which is the bridge. But before you start to cross the bridge is where you're at probably now. Wanting to know, is this a viable option for me? Is investing in a website going to actually make me money? How much money will it actually make me? Is it a route that I need to go down with my capital or some of the savings that I have? Or is this a route that I should save up to start investing in? The real question is, how much does a website actually make? What's the average return on investment per year? It depends on how much the website actually costs, right? So I'm going to give you some examples, but roughly at the time of recording this, you can achieve a 25 to 30% return on your investment per year. Now that's if you buy a website and you maintain it at its current rates, right? Even if you don't grow it, even if it just stays flat and it stays where it's at, or you just ride the bumps with a flat trajectory, you can achieve a 25 to 30% return on your investment. Now, as our space starts to grow, more people come into this space with more money and they start driving up the prices slowly for these types of websites, which means that's why right now, as I record, the ROI is quite significant compared to other asset classes. And even 5 years ago, the ROI was even higher than a 25 to 30%. You could achieve your ROI quite easily within an 18-month time span or within a 12-month time span, meaning that you can get 100% ROI in 12 to 18 months. Let me give you an example of what it looks like today if you buy a $10,000 website, a $100,000 website, and a $1 million website. Now I'm sticking to these different tiers of prices because I want to make sure that I sort of cover it for where everybody's at, and also round numbers, it makes it pretty simple and easy. Let's stick with $10,000. If we buy a $10,000 site based off the average ROI of say 30%, is that you can make about $3,000 per year. If you buy a $100,000 site, you can roughly make around $30,000 per year. Now, if you divide the $30,000 per year by 12, which is your months, that's what your monthly net profit will be. So I'm talking about net profit. And if you say buy a $1 million business, roughly you'll be making about $300,000 net profit per year. So you divide that by 12, and that's how much you'll be making per year from a $1 million business. Now, I want to mention some things here. Like I said before, you can keep and hold this business at that space if you maintain it. You still need to manage it, and you can have an operator run a business for you, or you can hire a team and you can operate your team, or you can hire a team and hire an operator to run your team. So many different options, or you can run it yourself. What I suggest when you first start is, if you want to really be in this space and learn a lot, it's worth rolling up your sleeves and getting in and doing the work yourself and learning so much about the space, and experience trumps everything. So when you start hiring contractors and virtual assistants, you know what they're talking about, and you can check their work and check it's valid and check they're doing things right. That's if you maintain a business. Now, the caveat is that if an online business is susceptible to market changes or algorithm changes, it can dip down a little bit, right? But the opposite end of the spectrum as well, if the market, a website business is good and it's built very well, then a market changes, it could grow a little bit without you doing any extra effort or any extra work. Now, that means there is an infinite ROI in buying a website business, meaning, when you're in business, an infinite ROI means once you've achieved your 100% return on investment, say you buy a $100,000 business and you get $100,000 back within, say, a 3-year period, which is roughly, 3 to 4 year period, which is what roughly people are doing right now as I record this video, is that after that 100%, you're infinite ROI, right? And you can achieve that 100% in 1 year. You can achieve it in 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years. You can achieve it in even a shorter period of time. For myself personally, when I first started, and this is many years ago, it's probably about 5 years ago now, when I bought my second website business, is I achieved 100% return on my investment in 7 months. That was me just managing the business, and I bought a really good business, and I was quite lucky that the market and the algorithm changed in my favor and provided and produced a great result for me. I'd like to take full credit for that, but really it was the previous owner who built the business, which is why I like to suggest buying a great business. And how to do that is understanding research and due diligence and finding the right one and not buying a lemon. That's what I'm all about. If you want a free document or a free framework on how to do due diligence, click the link below. This is a well-recognized due diligence framework that you can get. I don't want to pitch you anything in this, guys. I just want to give you information and value around how much you can make from an online business. Now, you can achieve infinite ROI, and what I suggest people do is when they do buy a website business is they take some of the money and don't just put it in savings or into another investment. I like to reinvest some of the net profit back into the business to ensure I can grow that business, and it's set me up not just for the next step, but for the following steps, right? The second and third order consequences. So the next step could be, once you've built this site up, is you've got 2 options, right? You can buy and hold and keep that income coming in and reinvest into it and just keep that feedback wheel of the business growing and growing and growing, or you could reinvest some of the profits you make from the business into another business you purchase, right? That's 2 options. Option number 3 is that you can build this business up, get it to a good recurring monthly income, and then you can flip it, right? You can renovate this business up. You can do it within a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, or you can do it within 6 months. Flip it and make a profit, and then buy something again and do that. Now, it's very similar to investing in physical property. When you invest in physical property, you can do these renovations, you can hold them, you can take some of the equity out and reinvest into other property. I like the property investing route, where you can invest in property, take equity out and put it into online business, and you got this really good mixture where you can take equity out and buy cash flow, and then the cash flow can also buy property, which can build up equity for you. And it's a really cool wheel. If you guys want a video on that, let me know. I can make a video on that for you. Property investing synced in with investing in online businesses. But the main message of this video is to let you know how much you can actually make from an online business. Now, some of the results do vary between businesses, right? Between different business models, between different businesses within those different business models, and also between different industries and niches. Now, for myself, like I said, I achieved 100% return on my investment in 7 months. I've also achieved it, in 18 months on another business of mine. Also, I've achieved, results with my clients where they've got 100% return on their money back in 18 months as well, and they're growing their business and they hit infinite ROI and they continue to grow. People that are, I help people within my mastermind scale their businesses from, say $4,000 to $5,000 up to the $10,000 range, and $10,000 to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, and then up into the hundreds of thousands of dollars per month for their businesses as well. This space is rapidly growing. What I'd suggest you do is, if you're interested in learning more about this, is not just check out my stuff, but go to some of the website brokers. Google website brokers and look at the listings, look at how much they're selling for, look at how much they're making, and then, as your eyes start to open up and you start to lean into this space, if it's something you feel may be right for you, then, come back to my content, listen to the podcast or watch these YouTube videos, and then start asking questions and get some help doing research and due diligence, and then you can start going down this track and building a portfolio of online businesses and having those multiple income streams, if that's what you're actually after. Guys, I absolutely love questions. Like, if you can't tell, I love this space. I love helping people replace their income. I love helping people build a portfolio of websites. It's what I do myself. I live and I breathe this stuff. So if you have any questions, please ask them into the comment section. I do answer everybody's questions. And if you want any of the resources, just click in the comments, the description below. But that's it from me, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.